Alright, hello everyone. Here we are back for another golden shot tutorial. And if you haven't seen on my channel, we already have had this Santa Ventura hole. But I'm going to give it another go and kind of walk you guys through the shots for another golden shot tutorial. The method that I'm going to use is going to be very similar to what you probably saw in that video, if you guys watched my other one. And what we're going to be looking at is a golden shot long iron, which has the accuracy of 66, which I like to play very close to 1.7 per ring. So when we're looking at winds between 5 and 7 miles per hour, all your ring adjustments are going to stay kind of within the 3 to 4 ring adjustment. So that's going to all be inside that one. It's kind of that green translucent ring that you see on the outer edge of the bullseye that you're going to pretty much keep all your adjustments inside. So without further ado, let's kind of get into here. And other than that, you can see here I have this Golf Clash notebook app where it has this grid on. We have the the lines that we want to, grid lines that we'll try to use to kind of help us get dialed in a little bit. And I'm going to go pretty close to 4 backspin and just kind of keep the ball guide off to the side a little bit to play the wind effect. As I mentioned, with this wind, you can see that it's telling me to go right around 4 rings. So it's 3.8 rings that we're going to try to shoot to go. And do be careful to get your perfect balls. That's going to be kind of the #1 indicator. And there you can see I got a little aggressive. Looks like I am shooting off just through into the back, but all in all, right at the hole, had a very good chance. But that's going to be the one thing that you got to be a little careful of on this hole, is going too far. So you might want to just at least temporarily put the backspin up just a little bit higher, just to kind of give you that little bit of extra safety net to keep it from going down the hill until you start to get a lot of these chests unlocked. So here I'm going to go 5.8. You'll see that it's very close to 3.2 rings now. As I mentioned, we're going to play very similarly. Just make sure that you're playing that wind effect. And you can see with what I'm doing with the ball guide is there you can see it's basically on line. Now I'm going to just deflect it off to the side just a little bit more. And as I mentioned, 3.2 rings here. We'll go right around here. And hopefully, your guys' perfect ball timing is going to be on point. That's going to be, the #1 thing that's going to kind of give you more success. And you can see that one just rolls outside the edge. So a little unlucky there. I would have liked to have at least snuck in and got that gold ring. Let's see what I get in terms of card. Ooh, I just unlocked Apocalypse just like that. So that's a very cool thing. And one of the reasons that you guys might want to consider doing golden shot is it is a very good opportunity to unlock all the clubs in the game. So here you can see, the way that I'm going to keep playing this is going to be very similar. Right around 4 backspin, and I'm just going to continue to keep playing the wind effect. So you'll see that I'm just kind of offsetting my guide just a little bit towards the top of this shadow. And then we're going to go 3.5 rings, which is right into the middle of this greenish, clear ring that I was mentioning from before. Here it comes in. It looks like I didn't play enough wind effect there. But you can see you want to try to get that speed down. And you'll just have to, play around with that, tweak it. It's going to be the hardest thing. You only have a ball guide of like 2.1. So it's really going to be challenging to know exactly, how much the wind is going to take your ball with only a 2 guide. It's much easier once you get into the 3, the 3-ish range. And here you'll see you know, I'm going to pretty much, for the most part, unless I start to get headwinds, pretty much stick with this amount of wind. And you can see kind of what I'm doing with my ball guide here. And 3.5 rings right in between this clear one again. You'll see that I use that grid just to kind of help me with the alignment. Perfect ball. Here it comes in. See if it just sneaks. Oh, come on. That should have been inside that last ring. Got a Thor's card. Got Junglist unlocked now. That's exactly what I needed. So the goal is to at least get that amber ring unlocked. If I get the hole-in-one, great. But you know, at the same time, I don't want to sit here and dwell on it too much. And you'll just have to play around with the spin. You know, for the most part, I am going to use 4 for all these winds that you see. But if I get a tailwind, you know, I might go up to full. Or if I get a, you know, a headwind, vice versa, then you might see me back off and do 2.9 rings. Yeah. You might see me do only 3.5 on a headwind. So you're just going to have to play it by ear a little bit. Be very cautious with the way that you go about doing your rings. And there you can see them just a little bit long. And that's the hardest thing, is getting your speed down when you don't have a ball guide. Very easy to get the speed down with, say, Sniper, for instance. Oh, good. Got Guardian unlocked. Use that. I'll give this one more try. I got 2 more tries, technically. We'll see how this first one goes. It'd be nice to go over and at least maybe set up for the other shot. I don't want to spend too much time on this because, you know, it is going to be a very hard shot. It's like, I'm not going to, you know, sugarcoat this for you guys. And, you know, here's what I'm going to try to do. Just kind of deflect that ball guide a little bit. Play that 4 backspin, and as I mentioned, you know, if you get a headwind, you might want to think about 3, 3.25, 3.5 on the backspin, because you know, it's really going to change the dynamics of the way that you play this hole. Another perfect ball. That is going to be a big key for this hole, is you guys are going to want to be on point with these perfect balls. Here it looks like it comes in. It's going to stick inside that. I'm going to, you know, for the short term, just kind of, you know, negate trying to shoot for that hole-in-one. I think it's, you know, kind of a trap. You want to get it early on. You can see I just didn't quite have the luck. So, oh, of course, more Junglist that I just unlocked. So, you know, the whole fact that, you know, that I only have a hole-in-one, and you can see how I was close 3 times and didn't get any of the 3 to drop. So with the way that I've been having the luck, I'm just going to go over here and give you guys a bonus shot. Now, I do have this on my tutorial. I haven't done a brand new one, but I'm going to play it very similar to what you've probably seen me play on my other guide. If you can find it, it's probably an older video. But we're going to do the same thing. It's going to be with an iron. The wind is going to come down, so now all your rings will probably be within 2 and 3 rings. And what I usually try to shoot for here, well, first off, I'll play, you know, a lot of side spin, take out some of that break. But additionally to that, I usually like to go about 2 backspin. Let me see if I can, you know, this is my first time taking this shot, but I'm going to see if I can't, you know, get this roll out kind of a general sense of where it's going to go. So you can see with where I have the ball guide position, and as long as you keep that last ring open, you know, it'll help. And there you see 2.7 rings. Perfect ball. Let's just see what it looks like in terms of my run out. If I can get this, that's not too bad. Actually, it looks like I got it. So, you know, that hole won't be too bad. What I like to do for that hole is speed-wise, you can see what I do. I just kind of bring it in slow. Now, I do want to mention, you know, I'm just kind of playing some wind effect. So you can see I used all my side spin there, it was because it was a left to right wind. Now I might have backed off that had it been a right to left wind. So this is the type of stuff that you want to be thinking about. It is cool to get that at the very last hole-in-one, just so you guys have a little bonus. And if you guys are wondering about this app, it's called Golf Clash Notebook, and it is in the Android store. Well, right now, temporarily, it's not in the Android store. We're just verifying the account with Google, and there's been, some complications on, getting in and doing the, the very first app in the Google store. So there's a temporary delay, but it is a Android only app that you can get for download called Golf Clash Notebook. And if you check for that in, the upcoming days, you will see it restored, but just temporarily, it's not in store. But good luck with your guys' golden shots. Let me know how you guys do, and catch you guys later for another Golf Clash tutorial. Good luck, everyone.